your life is chaotic and your physical environment is not conducive to the belief system that says the universe is always on my side, then it will be difficult for you to maintain this new belief system. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jo from Expanding Joy, and this is my good friend Belinda. And we are going to do a channeling session with Sam once again. So we have Belinda has the question, and I'm going to just kind of relax and get into a channeling state, and we will see what the angels have to tell us today. Okay. And I'm doing it so quick because we've already done two videos. So I'm kind of right on the edge of channeling, or right in that state anyway. So they're already here. Ah, okay, dear ones, we are ready. Fire away.
Okay, so the question is, how important is our physical environment to our ability to create? And why does it seem to play such an important part?
Oh, well, we like this question for it has been on this one's mind for a few days because she got a download around her physical environment. And so we can understand how this is coming to mind at this time. So it comes again to this loop of how humans work. We would invite you to consider, yes, consider you have a belief which creates your identity. Your belief then becomes the filter through which you see everything. Everything, nothing can exist outside of your belief system. So everything that you encounter or experience occurs within these walls of your belief system. When you have a thought, then you feel an emotion. And we understand that these happen so quickly together that is often difficult to differentiate which one occurs first, the thought or the emotion. But we are here to guarantee you that the thought occurs first, and then your body feels a sensation. So if you are looking out into your world, oh, wait, we will continue the loop. So then you have an emotion, and your emotions dictate or decide what kind of action you are going to take. When you take an action, then, of course, because you are living in a 3D world, there is a result. And then you loop back. The result reinforces the belief that started in the first place. Now, if you were to think of this, then your physical environment is often what you see that has the thought or induces the thought that then creates the emotion, which then leads to the action, which will reinforce the result of the current belief. So, if you were to create an environment that was conducive to a new belief system or a new identity, this will help shift or have a moment of aha transformation. It will interrupt the current pattern or the current loop. Then suddenly you have belief A at the beginning, but when you look outside, you suddenly see an environment that does not exactly match the belief. Ooh, perhaps there is what you would call a miracle. Perhaps you are open-minded enough or holding an intention that you will be aware of something outside your belief system. This awareness brings to light or the experience of something in your environment, which then has a new thought. This new thought will create a different emotion, which will then instruct the action you take. And suddenly the result will be different from before. Because you are so entangled in the 3D world, your environment is indeed very important to how this loop proceeds. Does this make sense so far?
It does, yes.
So, as a human, your environment is very influential over what occurs inside your loop. Now, if you were to start at the beginning with a new belief, perhaps you want to shift your identity, yes. And we have in a previous conversation invited you to hold the shift as a multidimensional being rather than just you as a simple human. For this example, we will use something smaller or simpler. Perhaps it is, I would like to shift my identity around the universe is always on my side. And we know many of you hold this as a belief or as a truth, and many of you do not. So we would encourage, we'll use this as the example. So if your belief is shifting, this is a new belief for you. The universe is always on my side. Then things are occurring for my ultimate good at all times. This is a new belief. So it will take some practice of the loop before it becomes ingrained. So then you have a belief, which then dictates the thoughts. So suddenly you will experience your environment in a way that hopefully will reinforce this new belief. So if you can create or architect your environment to support this, then that will be two avenues coming together to create a larger momentum for the thought and the beliefs, or the thought and the emotion that will follow. If your life is chaotic and your physical environment is not conducive to the belief system that says the universe is always on my side, then it will be difficult for you to maintain this new belief system. Perhaps it is, my life is, oh, yes, this is one of hers. My life occurs easy. I experience peace and ease. Yes, we like this one. So if this is your belief system, but it is new, if your environment, just as she is sitting at now, is chaotic, then that will not reinforce the new belief system. And it will be harder for your thoughts and emotions to follow the lead of the belief. However, if your belief system said, my life expands with ease and joy, and I am peaceful, and your environment supports this, for things are organized and put away and decluttered, then you have all the momentum behind you to create a new emotion and take different action. Does this make sense?
It does make sense, yes.
Yes, for we would invite you to understand that you live in a 3D world and the environment is very important to your humanness. And if you wish to expand your identity and create new belief systems to live inside, then changing your environment so that it corresponds and aligns with the new belief system, this will make it much easier. If you do not change your environment, you are simply putting a speed bump in your progress, and it will be more difficult. So, your environment also includes habits. So if your new identity says, I am one who is physically fit and I take care of my well-being, but your environment is full of food that does not support this, and your schedule does not include time for this physical activity, well, then your environment is not supporting you. And because you are human, your environment is very crucial and important to be in alignment with any kind of new identity or belief that you would like to engage in. So perhaps we would even take it bigger, as we have suggested before, that the best or, well, one opportunity for great expansion of all things you desire is to create the new belief system or identity of being a multidimensional being. Yes. Now, what kind of environment would support the belief that I am a multidimensional being? Well, perhaps it is not doom scrolling on YouTube for things that are not in alignment. Perhaps instead it is having music and intentionality around the entertainment you engage in. Perhaps it is scheduling time for journaling or meditation or channeling and things like this, for it is the environment that will support your new belief.
Mhm.
Does this align for you?
Yes, it does align for me. So, how do you, I mean, I was just going to ask, how do you identify with this? But I assume that you'll feel it in your body. So, when I'm in a situation where I don't understand, therefore I am not able to create. So, if I ask to be taken to the 5D to see the situation and become aware of its different levels rather than just the 3D, then I can create that with the universe supporting me. Is that
Yes.
what you're
Now,
saying?
your physical environment that would allow you to even have the space and the physicalness that you need to be in conversation with the 5D, that is your physical environment, not
Okay.
the 5D. Your 5D is, we would say, on a larger scale or multidimensionality and environment, but we would invite you to first take part in your 3D environment. So, yes, having the space or wherewithal or the quietness or the time in your schedule to engage in the 5D, yes, but your environment as a human will be in the 3D. Does this make sense?
Yes. Yes, that's clearer. Thank you.
Yes. So we would invite you mm, to it is an easy way to support your humanness in the transformation of your multidimensionality, the wholeness of you. For we do not want you to, we would say, get all spiritual and forget your physical environment. Your physical environment is here as a human, and you did, after all, choose to be a human at this particular time. And so your environment, physically as it is key and important. And how your humanness is designed, how you engage in this loop of how things occur for you and you experience life is reliant on the 3D physical environment that you are in. And it
Mhm.
is an easy step to take to reinforce and make it easier for you to shift your identities and beliefs, which will have a direct impact on the results that you experience in your life. Is there any other question you have regarding environment or identity?
Not at this time. I think I need to feel the vibration that you're giving out for a bit longer and also rewatch it and take it in, process.
Yes, yes, dear one. We would invite you to, as always, this is a vibrational experience, and the words we have spoken are simply a distraction to gain your attention for long enough for you to experience the frequency that is occurring. And we would invite you to engage with this or watch it again as we are inviting you to. Part of the larger multidimensionality of you is the humanness, is the 3D-ness of your choice to uh, come here into this lifetime. And as you engage in your 3D humanness, this is what you chose. So we do not want everybody to suddenly disengage with their physical environment as if it does not matter, but more their spirituality is more important. This is not true, for you are here as a multidimension being, and this includes your physical environment. We would never say to put yourself in harm's way, for we tell this one always to tell her, to tell the people she speaks with, that looking after your human is paramount and is the first priority always, because you did choose to come as a human. And if you want to have a long life of experience, then you must look after your physical sense, your physical beingness. So, looking after your 3D person is key and number one. You cannot experience the wholeness of you if you are in survival or in pain or in such a way that you are distracted. So, the more you engage in your environment to create a space that is welcoming and feels wonderful for you, then that will benefit your connection to and alignment with the multidimensionality of the larger part of you. And we would always encourage you, if you are having dreams or desires of a physical something, whether it be a car or a relationship or a particular home or an experience of travel, none of that is not important. It is important, for if it has occurred in your dreams or desires, then your higher self has put it there. It has given the green light for you to go ahead and create that as part of your environment. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be well fed and having wonderful experiences and to enjoy your physical environment. This is paramount. This is part of being a human.
Hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear one. You're welcome. And we would invite you to connect with, align with all sides of you to see what they have to say about what your dreams are or desires are. For as you work as a team with your spiritual self and your physical self, the possibilities are endless.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you so much, dear one, for engaging and allowing us this transmission today. Ah, we love you oh so much. Whew.
Wow.
It's kind of like I want to say they like slapped my hand. They were like, see, we told you it was important to clean up your desk.
I'm gonna need to watch it again because it was all very straightforward, and then they would add something, and then it became something else. Yeah, lots to think about there for me. I hope other people get that too.
Yeah, me too. There was yes, it was they've given me this. And it's not new because I've seen it, other people talk about it, but that whole like loop that we're
Yeah.
in and how, but I just never kind of got it at a level where our environment is such a key component of it. Like, oh, our environment actually, because I've been trying, oh, that's interesting. I've been trying to disregard or ignore my environment and just have a thought because I have a thought, which will then create the emotion. But if my environment that I'm in is the opposite of what this new belief is, then it makes it more difficult. It's just adding resistance. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yes.
So the adding of resistance, I'm like, they're like, why would you do that? Like you're just
Yes.
making it harder for yourself. Like just create an environment that aligns with your new belief, and then it'll just be so much easier because we do this loop without any mostly without conscious thought. If my environment is supporting my new belief or identity, then that will just make things easier when I'm unconscious.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was interesting. Okay.
It was. I was not expecting that.
No, and it kind of brought about the how important it can my environment can be.
Hmm.
Yeah. And environment includes my schedule,
Definitely.
not just the physicalness of it, but like how I schedule my day or how I look after myself or the clothes that I wear or like all of that supports any new belief system or it supports our old belief system.
And the alignment, they mentioned alignment as well.
Mm,
To make sure that your environment is in alignment with what you want, which I think sums it up there.
yeah. That was really cool. That was an interesting one. Okay. As always, guys, thank you for being here and joining us. Thumbs up, subscribe. You know what to do. We're on YouTube. Okay, guys, have a fabulous day. We'll see you soon.